Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I want to do a collective reading for everyone. So, no matter what your sign is, this could be your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, whatever you're looking to see. Um, what's the current energy like? We are going to get into this. Thank you all so much for all of your love, for all of your comments. I really appreciate it. All right, so we are going to look into the past first, and then we're gonna go into the present, and then we're gonna go into the future. Okay, so let's see coming up from the past. All right, so I do see in the past that you were hopeful for something to happen. There was a lot of kind of a wishful thinking type of energy that I'm getting from your past. You know, some kind of disappointment. So I see some things did not work out the way you wanted to. Um, and you had to work for something really, really hard. And you were hoping that it would, work out. But it definitely didn't lead to anything. All right, so there was a lot of disappointment and it gave you a lot of stress, and you were hoping for this achievement to happen. I also see that, instead of when you knew that what you were hoping for wasn't going to happen, you were over investing in work or over hustling, because you wanted to prove to yourself that you can do it, or you wanted to prove to other people that you can do it, right? And then also in the past, I do see that um, you were able to kind of have more of a harmonious family life, right? So you could have made up with some of your friends, or you could have made up with some of your family members that you were distant with, right? So there was a lot of harmony within your friendships and your family recently. So we're still looking into the past. So in the past, you're still, you have been trying to take care of your insecurities, take care of your anxiety. I see there was something that you were anxious about. You wanted to tell someone how you feel, or you were waiting for someone to come forward. You were waiting for new beginnings. You kept thinking that something was going to work out with a certain person. But then it was almost like you were lying to yourself. So subconsciously, you knew that you were still not ready to face the fact that you might need to just be alone for a little bit and just invest in yourself. I do see someone in your past who was kind of manipulating you, right? They were emotional and they were open, but they were manipulating you with their emotions. Um, they actually sometimes withdrew their emotions. They were very cold hearted towards you. and they were being malicious. But I do see that you pulled yourself out of this situation, and you were able to put yourself first, um, and just focus on your comfort and your happiness and making sure that your satisfaction is first. All right, so right now we're going to look into the present. All right, guys, so let's see what the present is showing us. So I do see that you're definitely investing more in yourself. This could be education, this could be your business, your hobbies, something that makes you happy. Um, there's more engagement in your life with your friends and your community. So you feel more engaged with life and just more life in general. I do see that some of you are definitely are more in touch with your spiritual side. You're getting to know yourself on a soul level. Some of you could be, getting into some books to read about spirituality, or just being able to kind of connect with someone who's on the same wavelength. There's a lot of questions that you may have, and you're just looking for answers. So and then some of you are definitely even trying out your own gifts or talents, spiritual talents, spiritual gifts. And then you're kind of showing up for someone, you being, the motherly figure for someone. You're taking that role on someone around you. It could be someone who's younger, who doesn't really have a role model. So I see you like stepping in and just making sure that you're taking care of that person. And you're definitely just feeling more secure with yourself and just being more down to earth. So all of that wishful thinking that you had had in the past is now more, down to earth, and just being more practical and realistic about your goals, your expectations, and everything that you want to happen. I do see that some of you are getting into, some routines in your life. You're having that work and life balance. You're making sure that you're following that routine, and just being consistent. Um, you're coming up with different methods of taking care of your emotional needs, of your mental health, your physical needs, making sure that you're eating right, eating healthy. Really definitely considering that if you're not doing that. So I do see that in your present moment, it's gonna definitely be more of a priority to you. And you're also just being really careful with your time and efficient with your time. You're not wasting your time anymore. You're not, giving the people the time of the day that do not reciprocate or do not deserve your time. Okay, so we're still in the present. I do see some of you are, also feeling more grateful for all of the blessings that you have in your life, and you've really just taken the time to make sure that you're grateful for small things, the little things that happen in your life. Um, I do see some self doubt still about your planning skills. There's definitely some projects or some goals that you want to accomplish, but you're not that good of a planner. Um, so definitely just make sure that you focus on that and don't doubt yourself, and plan everything the right way, so when the time is right, you can make it happen. Yeah, so I do see, because you're doubting yourself and because there's a lack of planning for something that you want to happen, there's going to be a bit of a, you might be experiencing a lack of emotion or some delays in your life. You know, something that you want to happen, it's being delayed, and that might be weighing you down. Some of you are still like returning into the past. You could be revisiting your ex, or old situations that did not serve you. So some of you could be having some ruminating thoughts about the past, could have, should have, would have type of thing. And, you know, definitely being unrealistic about the expectations that you may have about this past situation. You may think that this time around is going to be different. So definitely, you know, unrealistic views on a lot of the things that has happened in the past, and revisiting your past is not going to help. All right. So now we are going to look into the future. We're going to look into the future. Let's see. All right, I do see that you're gonna, in the future, what's gonna happen, you're gonna have to check your ego. All right, so sometimes your ego overrides your true sense of self, and you kind of try to jump above your head a lot of times, right? And when you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to fall, right? You're going to fall hard. So there's definitely going to be an ego check. You're going to have to face your ego. You're going to have to make sure your ego is in check. You're going to make sure that you are attuned to your true sense of self, right? To what's inside here. And then I also see there's going to be a completion of like a life cycle or a karma. So for some of you, if you're feeling like you've been having bad luck, or if you're feeling like someone needs to pay for what they've done to you, it'll definitely be happening for you very soon. There's going to be some sort of payback. There's going to be a life cycle complete, something that will come in full circle. Um, and then if you're feeling like you've been having bad luck, that will definitely get better. All right, I do see some sort of conflict and disagreement coming up for you. However, you're going to be able to handle it with such grace and such ease. This conflict or tension or disagreement that's going to happen um, with this time, you're going to be in control of yourself, and you're not going to react, you're going to respond. And you're going to be able to handle it without much loss. All right, so we're still looking into the future. So let's see. Definitely be careful with not overindulging yourself in any, you know, addiction life. If you feel like you have had this problem in the past with any sort of addiction, there's definitely going to be some temptation. So make sure you resist that, right? Make sure you resist the addictions that will be coming up to you, um, because then you'll have a hard time getting out of it again. I do see some future planning, some decisions that will be made, some new discoveries that you will have. It could be something that you will find out, someone will tell you, or something that you will learn about yourself. It could be like a new perspective on yourself and on other people and on life. Um, you're just gonna get, there's gonna be new level of curiosity, new level of energy that's coming into your life. There's gonna be some sort of celebration. That's coming up for you. So it could be like anniversary that's gonna go really well, or someone will celebrate you. They will throw you like a surprise party, or you're definitely just learning how to celebrate life and be in a present moment, and how to celebrate yourself and just treating yourself and spoiling yourself. This can also like symbolize like having a weekend getaway, or planning a trip with your friends, or just by yourself. Okay. So I do see that, there could be some people who will be leaving your life. So this could be through a loss of death, that you may be anticipating. But also, this could be like a loss of a friend, a friendship that is just not serving you anymore. This could be a loss of a person that's in your life that is not meant to stay for too long, right? Um, but it'll definitely feel like a full circle once again, like something has been completed, and this lesson, and this like a sense of grief that you will have to go through. It'll give you, you'll be able to integrate it into your life pretty easily, and it'll give you a sense of accomplishment, because you're going to be able to learn new things about life and just go through the process and experience it all. All right, I also see there's going to be some success coming into your life. People are going to really appreciate you for your vital personality, for your positivity. You're going to be, very fun, very warm to people. You're going to have more of those exchanges between people and yourself. So there's definitely going to be a lot of good times that are coming up, and just fun times as well, with a lot of warmth. Also, be careful for you who are being undermined at work or in life. Make sure that you advocate for yourself. I do see that. Um, Sometimes there's a lack of teamwork at your job, where everything is kind of on your shoulders, and you're being undermined for your skills. So make sure there's no disregard for your skills, and make sure that you're advocating for yourself, no matter if it's at work or in personal life. You don't want someone who's, walks all over you. All right, so we're still looking into the future, guys. So let's see. I do see like a new person coming into your life, and I do see it being a male figure. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but this could be someone who can give you foundation and structure and support. This person will have authority over you, so this could be like your next boss, or just someone who's very like dominant in a friendship or relationship. Um, but once again, this will just give you more hope and like a renewal, inspiration, um, to making sure that you're also showing up in this life the way that you wanted to, right? So, or you could push back, or you could accept it. So it'll definitely just more. more or less will highlight the patterns that's been happening in your life. Um, and once again, just be careful. This person will try to overpower you. So this is a little bit of a warning that this person will be definitely domineering and authoritative and very controlling. Um, and they will try to, isolate you and try to bring you down. So just definitely be aware of that there will be like a strong person. And I do see like this person, they might, you know, not show you their face right away. They might be like wearing a mask of, they're just authoritative, or they just like to be in control, and they want to take care of you. Um, and they try to like inspire you, right? But I do see that it will become too much for you, and they will try to take over. All right. And then, once again, if you do have this controlling person answering your life, you will be, now that you know, and you'll be more aware of it, looking for the signs. Um, After that will happen, you'll definitely um, will be able to just get in touch with what type of man or what type of woman you like, and what type of men and women, what type of person you definitely need in your life. You want to make sure that you focus on someone who brings, that beauty inside of you, someone who's calm, cool, and collected, someone who's open to change, right? Someone who has learned from their past resentments. They don't hold on to their resentments. You want someone, who's able to meet you eye to eye and see you as a person, see you as a human being, treat you as a human being first. Um, so after this domineering person, I do see that someone new will be coming into your life, and this person is going to be loving, and um, there's going to be a sense of partnership. There's going to be um, a great attraction. Definitely will be developing a relationship with this person. And this could also be someone who's coming from your past, because you will be like, this person will be open to change themselves, or they have changed themselves. And they will be able to kind of, even though you may have some past resentments against them, they'll be able to help you work through it, and they'll be able to make it up to you. All right, but overall, you're gonna be feeling more courageous. You know, you're gonna be more persistent with everything that you're working on in your life, making sure that you're taking care of things. They may be even like a test of faith that's coming your way, but you'll be able to persevere. Definitely, if you are thinking about investing in something, this is regarding finances. Really, really take your time and be careful, because I do see that there may be some losses, some financial failure, um, you know, and even though this could be like something that you have been preparing for a long time, and you feel like you're ready, you've done your research, you think that this could be the one business that you can open up, or like an investment, or just like loaning money or something like that. Anything with money, just definitely um, make sure you're being careful around this time. All right, because I do see there may be some disorganization in a company that you're trying to invest, or it could be, um, like a lack of planning even for you that will bring you some financial loss. I also see like a breakthrough that will come for you. So if you're like fighting a battle against someone, it doesn't have to be physical. It could be like a mental battle. It could be like a custody. It could be somewhere in court. I do see that you're gonna gain the mental clarity to be able to win. You will have the victory over this. Right? So because you've been feeling some some sense of hopelessness, you've been feeling, if you've been feeling severely depressed, tormented over this battle or over, some legal issues, um, definitely the victory is on your side. And this competition and this challenge, you will be able to overcome, right? Because at the end of the day, like I do see you having a high level of intuition, just like high power, and your subconscious mind definitely is on your side and is guiding you on the right path, and making sure that is taking care of you and protecting you. So always, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you trust your gut. Right, and this ties into, just having that emotional security, emotional calmness about you, emotional intelligence, um, and then, just exploring the world, exploring people, new things, being open to new things, being enthusiastic. There's going to be a new sense of enthusiasm coming into your life. Um, and just always making sure that anything that does not serve you, anything that brings you imbalance, anything that brings you a lack of long-term vision, or being overly excessive with something that seems a little bit fake. It could be like love bombing, a lot of promises and etc. Inconsistency. You want to move away from that, and you want to move into being around people who are as emotionally intelligent as you are and emotionally attuned as you are, right? Because you don't want to be around. I do see that there may be some people that you are around or that will come into your life that there is a misalignment of values, and disharmony, and that can definitely throw you off, right? All right, what's the advice that I have for you? So the advice is, seeing love in in everything in your life. You have a lot of love around you. You have a lot of creativity within you. You have a lot of compassion within you. So at times it may seem that your emotions are overwhelming you, right? Like you're carrying everyone's baggage and you can't move on. You're thinking of other people. You're putting other people before you put yourself first. Um, so that's something that you need to work on, making sure that you're putting yourself first and you're making yourself a priority. Um, and I do see, manifestation of new financial opportunities, of prosperity, being successful, and just having everything that you wish for. Um, and I also see you being able to just kind of like see through people, call people out whenever they try to manipulate you, or try to be, emotionally abusive and etc. I see you just being able to spot red flags much faster than you have been in the past, and being able to assert yourself you know, uh, and kind of draw your boundaries with these type of people. All right, guys, that will be all. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.